So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. And I think it's a slightly happier place over here in England. Well, in regards to Arsenal supporters, anyway, at least. Yeah, we've got the win, which is more important than anything else there. And I've got some recurring faces here. But before I do the intros again, we shall see you on the other side of this intro music of ours. I just love it. Just love it. Oh, that intro, man, just does it to me. Just does it to me. God, dearie me. Oi. Listen. Before we get into this one, post-game reaction, make sure you subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. Hit the bell and notification button so you can receive all the laughter and jokes over here on Cannon Fodder TV. Right. So, yes, my brother Ralph back. And, of course, I've got the El Tel, the original Godfather himself. God, dearie me. El Tel, what a game. What a game.
Yeah, game. The feeling I get all the time is what a shame that because of the virus we couldn't have all the fans in the ground. The Irish lads would have been in there. The Holloway Road would have been rocking. And yeah, I mean, it took us a while to break the sort of low block, but there were some good performances out there from some of our less well-known players, and it's looking bright. Looking bright.
Yeah. I think, as you say, it took us a while to kind of break down the Irish resistance. Ralph, your thoughts, please.
I was kind of like a bit frustrated. They had a shot on goal, I think, in the first 3 minutes.
Yes.
And I was thinking, oh no, there we go. But it took us a long time to break them down. But listen, a win to win, and a bit of confidence. I think Pepe scored. I missed his goal. I heard it was an amazing goal. I scored the first two. The feed here was it's been terrible. But win's a win.
Exactly. But I'll tell you what. Eltel, who was your man of the match?
Well, there's an interesting one. I suppose Willock. Yep.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
My man of the match, but I did think that Nelson didn't really get enough of the ball. But the few times he sort of got it, he was dynamite. Really fast feet. He would be every defender's nightmare. So I think he acquitted himself well. But Nelson was ghosting into space and ghosting past players, and we should have had a penalty, I think, towards the end, where he was pulled back, maybe outside the area first, then inside the area. But Willock played really well. So there are some good players coming through,
Yeah. The way that Reece Nelson played, is that not the type of play that we want Pepe to be playing?
Yeah. What I like about Nelson is he goes at people with speed, he dribbles past them, he crosses the ball. Pepe is worrying me now because I just saw a stat that he took on 3 dribbles and failed all 3. So goodness knows what they saw in him to spend a serious amount of money, because he doesn't seem to be dribbles anymore. Nelson does, Willian does, but for some reason he's to be a winger that doesn't dribble past people.
Yeah. £72 million. Yeah.
I saw one corner that he did, and I thought, like, what the hell? Because he just hit in the side net.
Wouldn't that influence you if you were the manager? If you were Arteta, you get a clear corner. You're not asking for the world.
No, just cross the ball.
Yeah, into the danger area.
And I must admit, another thing that did frustrate me was the fact that when he did get the ball, he slowed it down. It's like he's invited to tackle him, when really he could have gone past him. Go past that. That's the whole point. When you're on the wing, you get the ball fast, you beat your man, and then you cross the ball in. If he was doing that more often, then it would give them a lot more to think about, that to try and double up on him. But he had plenty of time to cross, and he just slowed the game down unnecessarily, I find.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and for a winger, it should be the actual opposite. It should be like quick and, I mean, like Reece
Yeah,
Nelson, like you said. That's the kind of play that I want to see him doing, game in and game out. We saw, well, we didn't see any. Saka wasn't in the starting lineup, but yeah, Florian Bellingham got a last 5-10 minutes towards the
yeah,
end. It
yeah.
wasn't really enough to kind of get a real feeling for him, was it? Really, Tell.
No, it's the sort of player who disappears for a lot of the game anyway. The games I've seen him play for the under-23s, and then he's explosive in the penalty area. And he's
Mm,
quite a cocky guy. He's full of himself. And and that's no harm. All top players have that sort of arrogance. But he's got a long way to prove himself. But obviously, the club rates him, and they're trying to encourage him. He's made his debut today, and
mm,
yeah,
mm,
I thought we still, towards the end of the match, we still had this constant playing of the ball sideways, which was beginning to annoy me. Kolasinac sideways, even Tierney sideways at times. And the thing I was thinking you were saying about Pepe there is I wonder whether he looked better when he played in France, because he seems to play. He seems to, as you said, doesn't attack the ball and break at speed. He seems to slow the game and then expects to sort of dribble past somebody. And
yeah.
the defenders in most matches, including tonight's, are too canny for that. And if he slows it up at all, they get back into place, and then he's got 2 or 3 players to try and play past. Whereas Nelson seems to be, he knows he's got to be running at good speed, receive the ball, go really fast.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But I thought
I
he played
think
with a lot of
the
confidence
jury's
today. He played with a lot of
yeah.
confidence today, didn't he? It looked like he could take on the world, And I get the impression that he's a kind of player who needs like an arm around him just to reassure him that he is a good player. But today he was like a different beast today. And Nketiah got the goal as well, didn't he? Should have
yeah,
had two.
Yeah. That's what
yeah,
we were saying all along. Then just throw the youngsters in. Let
Mm,
them have some game time. So it gives the manager then a bit of a headache for selection. That's all you want. And
mm,
going back to Reece Nelson, I felt that maybe he feels that it's time for him to start pushing ahead now. He needs to. He knows himself that he needs to start again, more game time. Um, get to show the manager what you can do, and then the world is his. So yeah, all the power to him.
He played really, really well. Really, really well. Let's go into the live chat and see who's joined us this late evening. It's 20 past 10 over UK time. It's going to be a short one. I've got Colin Young says, "Hey Alex, at least we will get a little happiness this evening. Just a little happiness." Ashley D says, "Hey up Gooners, and hey up to you as well, Ashley D." David Trower says, hello to California to your family. Now that's a better scoreline from the Arsenal. It could have been so much more, but a great run out for some youngsters. Some points we played Goonlicious. And what else is there? Again, he just comes up with, actually says, well, I was not impressed. Oh, I was not impressed. Okay. 99% in front of their goal and only 3 goals. Even when we shot from 3 feet, it went up into the stands, though they were playing rugby.
There was that one shot from Pepe when I don't know what he tried to do. The thing that frustrates me is that when you got the ball dead and you're line up a shot, I can't see why people can't just put their laces for it. Just
yeah.
head down and just put your lace on it. And
But I got
if it
but I got the impression the first half, or the first like 20-30 minutes, it looked like we're trying to walk the ball into the goal.
Yeah.
yeah
It's just so many chances. Just have a shot on goal. Don't
I
yeah
stop
think
trying to walk the ball.
because Pepe's goal was a classic way of beating the sort of low block, which is to
Yeah.
play the ball across the edge of the penalty area, and instead of trying to weave it through, which we often try to do, and walk the ball into the net, as long as you can get half a yard, which he did brilliantly, and then just try and get it into the top corner. did it with his weaker foot. So I think they've probably been working on how you beat the sort of low block. So today was a good chance to try out different systems. I did notice they tried to play in triangles quite a bit as well
Yeah.
on the side of the pitch. Not sure it worked too well, but obviously that's the way you do it. You definitely need partnerships, and Pepe is the ideal candidate, having somebody around him that he can do wall passes to, a quick 1-2 and through. And he is deadly in front of goal. I've mentioned before he used to be a goalkeeper, so he's very knowledgeable about just the spot that goalkeepers don't want the ball played into. And I think tonight was Luke. He meant it to sort of go right into the corner.
It was a good goal, actually. It was a really good goal, even though Ralph missed it. Anyway, hello to Arsenal, Alex, Ralph, and the original Godfather, Monty, and all the Cannon Fodder to you family. We hope you're all feeling goonalicious. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much indeed. Ashley says, some stats for the game. Shots on goal. Them 1, Arsenal 24. Arsenal only 6 on target. Only 6 on target. I'm sure it's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Wow, big stat. Owls, them 0, Arsenal 20. How about that then? Well, yeah, I thought the referee was like a little bit biased. So like any little touch, he was so happy to blow up the whistle. Said it once, say it again. Pepe, we were mugged. Even a third-tier team make him look average.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. But it does prove that when you get a team, they are a professional team. They've obviously been well drilled and coached. They know how to play the sort of low block well. And it almost doesn't matter as long as you're a professional team. You will. That low block game is a tricky one to try and beat. I don't think we got anywhere near completely solving it. I think there's a lot. Again, we don't really progress the ball very, very well at speed. I think in the second half, Arteta must have said something. You zip the ball around quick. One touch, move, touch and move, touch and move. You know, but the fact that we had a few shots on goal and only scored 3 against a team that was mainly defending is not a great sign, but glad to see the young fans come through. I'm glad that Willock shows real desire. I'm a bit disappointed. Actually, Maitland-Niles doesn't always look as though he's really too interested. I think he's a fantastic player, but I love Willock's passion. Willock showed real passion tonight. And I think he's got to be the one that is knocking on the first team door now.
That was going to be my next question, actually, but you just answered it for me.
Oh.
The scoreline says, be happy, but the rooster with Kalashnikov, Mustafi, is a bit disappointing. Thanks for that, Colin Young. And we've got a chairman of the board who says, Runnison, FA Cup and running, better than Martinez. We move on. Completely disagree. Martinez is our man.
Bring back Martinez.
Yeah, there you go. The campaign begins. At one point, Nelson had the chance to put Bellingham through on goal. We had just from the centre circle, but he held the ball for far too long. He needs to release the ball a lot earlier. I like his fight. Yeah, I mean, for me, he was my man of the match, but we can disagree. The Bronze Dosser says, I've seen more in 1.5 games from Nelson out wide than I have from Pepe, William, and Uber. Oh my goodness!
Well done.
Yeah.
Name, by the way, the Bronze Dosser. Everything he said there, totally. Nelson has been playing really well. He took my eye, and I hope that Arteta starts to think about, maybe bringing him on for a half of a game, see what he can do.
Yeah. Mube says, Alex been asking to try Pepe on the right or just switching during the games. Glad to see Arteta watch Cannon Fodder. Yeah. Do you know how many times I've been going on about that, LTL? Do you know how many times I've been getting just about that? That it would be good to see, Pepe switch wings from time to time, and he did it with Reece Nelson, and it worked. It worked. So yeah, it seems like Arteta has been watching Canal 4 TV, and someone's been nudging him.
Yeah.
But Alex, you know that's the kind of conversations that really good players have. If it's not working on the side, and you've got the skills to. If it's not working on one side, then you switch.
Switch, exactly.
Yes, it's to me that's basic. Hang on a minute now. You know what? That defender's double up on me. If I switch over where there's more space, I've got a bit more freedom. It should be common sense.
Yeah. And actually, Pepe scored his goal by coming in from the left-hand side.
From the left-hand side, yeah.
So whoever was marking him at that point wasn't sure. You know, so it proves it works. Well, obviously, as you say, Arteta listening in or watching in.
Well, yeah, he's been listening to you, Eltel.
Oh, yeah. I'll soon be on his payroll, right?
Abby Atkins says the future of Arsenal is bright. I'm the young gunners. If only the coach will continue to manage the development of the youth players, I believe the team will be a force to be reckoned with in the future. Yeah, the future is bright, man. The future is red and white. I agree, Alex. What happened to the players shooting from range? They practice in the training. I don't watch the training videos anymore, but never bring it to the field. I hate this trying to walk it into the goal. Teams know we can do this. Yeah, God, dear me.
And we've been accused of tiki-taki football from since 2008-9.
Yeah.
So you know why not have a dig outside the box?
We kept doing 1-2, and all you had to do was when you got the ball anywhere around the edge of the area, shoot.
Just shoot.
And you can get deflections, even if it doesn't go in, it's going to get somewhere dangerous.
Yeah.
Zero fouls conceded by Dundalk, says Lars Jensen. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Spot on with that. Willock was really lively running in late, and need him to keep this up. He can be a good little player for us in the middle with Ceballos and Partey. But he's useless if Arteta doesn't play him. Arteta has to play him for him to be useful to us. Paul Smith, good evening, my friends. Says a good win tonight. Nelson done very, very well. And Don1982 says, hi, Alex, and all very poor performance. 6 minutes of great defender from Dundalk, in fairness. Yeah, it took a while to break them down. Like Elsa said, it was the fault of the goalkeeper who punched. Did he try to punch it out, didn't he?
Yeah.
And come off his glove.
But you know that guy's 39.
I know, yeah. 39.
Wow.
39 and counting, man. God, dearie me. Good evening, Alex. Pepe had not delivered a quarter of his skills and ability in the team. Arteta needs to motivate him and let him know he can play like Sterling and even Ronaldo. Well, it's pushing it a bit. Just be committed. But yeah, but I don't know. It's his body language as well. It just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't like his body language.
He needs. To me, it looks like he needs a good shake. He needs someone just to give him a good. Just to wake him up or something. He looks very languid.
I wonder what that little baby the wife has had is keeping him up half the night.
All right, guys. Last few before we wrap this one up. Another stat. The scum Tottenham played them in 1981 and could only scrape a 1-1 draw. Like 1981, it's not relevant now, is it? Ashley, come on. God, dearie me.
Actually, the commentator was saying a lot about them being played against them on the road. So
I was thinking there towards the end, because Dundalk had done quite well in the second half. I was thinking when we play the game over in Ireland, it's going to be a tricky game. It's not going to be a walkover. We made heavy work of it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Connie Young says, as I said, concentrate on the scoreline. As you examine deeper, it becomes a downer. Okay. All right, cheers, Colin. David says we need another Fabregas moment, by which I mean he came in as a youngster and led by example. I feel we may have this in Martinelli for the forward role. What do you guys think, Ralph?
Yeah, I think that's a good shout. Although when Fabregas came in, he did have the likes of Vieira and I believe Bergkamp was still about as well. So he had a lot to learn from. And when he came in, as I mentioned before early in the week, that there was the four in midfield. You had Firmini, Rosicky, Kleb, and himself in midfield. They were really the ones responsible, I suppose, for the ticky-tacky football, because their passing had a lot more zip and they played with pace. But for Martinelli, again, it's another youngster. We've got to be really careful with him, because all the exposure, all the pressure on him, he needs to learn a bit more about his timing with the way that Aubameyang drifts in and out when he's on the wing, and more about how to be a bit more hard and tough, like Lacazette. So he's got natural pace. That's the best thing about him. He's got natural pace. So he needs to be a bit toughened when the rigors of playing those away matches. It's not so much the home ones. It's the away matches where you don't get rubbed the green all the time.
Don one says it's taking Arsenal into get going. What the hell is that about? Get out, get going. Yeah, I guess he's just talking about literally. It took the error from the goalkeeper in order for us to score the goal. But listen, a win is a win, like Ralph said. Best crop of youngsters since Merson, Rocastle, Thomas, and Adams.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Emil Smith-Rowe tonight. Maybe he's still injured or something.
Yeah,
but you know,
yeah.
did worry me tonight. Right at the end, we had El Neni at right centre back, Mustafi, and who played left? Oh, and they had Kolasinac back there.
Yeah.
That's very worrying. If we've got those three as kind of backup as part of our defence, we're running out of defenders, man. We are running out of defenders.
Tell. Get your kit on, mate.
I tell you what, Alex, I was talking about 4 words with the referee, man.
Slick726 says, why wasn't Partey playing today? Even for half an hour, he needs to get sharp for Manchester United this weekend.
No. I feel we need an ace up our sleeve. I think he's gonna be hungry to play against Man United. We can't just be playing that quality player in this kind of match, because the worst kind of scenario would have been if he pulled up or got a strain or something, then we'll miss an added threat against Man United. So the team that we had there was sufficient to do the job.
Yeah.
More goals, but they were sufficient to do the job.
Alex R14, I hope you're well. Alex R14, I hope school's going fine as well. In my opinion, Nelson was a little bit greedy on the ball tonight. He wanted to score to prove to Mikel Arteta he wants to start, but overall, good game for everyone tonight. Do you think was he a bit greedy, Eltel?
I felt what that guy saw, which is that he was trying desperately to impress Arteta. And he was often caught between two minds of do I dribble and cross it, or do I dribble and lay it back? You know, and he didn't feel to me as if he was playing his natural game.
Yeah.
So he's trying too hard, I think. You know, he's probably quite a sensitive guy, and is almost trying. If I was his manager now, I'd be telling him, "You are a good player. You're playing well. Just chill out. Go and play the way it feels, and don't start trying to second guess what I might be keen to see." I just felt that he was quite sure which way to go, you know.
Yeah. David says, I feel he's already shown what he can do by himself, but I do agree, Ralph. Having top players around youngsters, really, it does help. It does help.
Yeah.
The Assemble says Martinelli is the most natural finisher at Arsenal. How many headed finishers has Aubameyang had again? None.
No,
I don't think he's scored any with his head, has he?
not this season.
Nah.
No.
Left foot, left foot, right foot, and that's about it.
Yeah.
If you remember, during the heyday of Thierry Henry, he scored a lot of goals with left foot, right foot, and it was more laterally towards the end that he started scoring some goals with his head.
Yeah. It's funny how we are managing to put in lots of crosses, but we haven't got a big guy there to head them in. Who's
yeah. And that was my first thought, that with the penalties, with the corners, even though Pepe couldn't beat the first man, I think, but we don't have any real height. There was no real height there tonight, But anyway, just last few, and then we are done with this evening post-game reaction. Colin Young says, yes. The Godfather calls a situation that almost had me shutting things down. Mustafi and Kolasinac. Well, Kolasinac waste. Colin, you don't like Kolasinac, do you?
Colin's perfectly right there. He's an awful player.
Yeah.
Then why did we play him?
The number of times he got the ball, and instead of going forward, he passes it backwards or sideways.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I think he's probably lost his confidence, no? I don't know.
Well, all you got to do is say to him, don't dare pass the ball.
What's the ball back?
You're 3-0 up. Play the thing forward.
Yeah.
And actually, Don One says we need to be more aggressive too on the pitch. There is too much grace for the opposition. Just shoot, tackle, get in there. Oh, it sounds like a gooner of older days. God, dear. African Soldier, one of our members, says we've been looking for a creative player. Reece Nelson is the one. Could be.
Potential.
He goes on to say Auba scored with his head last season against Chelsea at the Emirates. Okay, all right. One-headed goal. One-headed goal. Guys, I think we've come to an end. I did say it's going to be a short one. It's quite late here. It's 22:11 p.m. UK time over here, and it's been fun. Let's do this post-game reaction. And I saw numbers just creep up, just under 30 live viewers at any one time. Guys, again, those of you watching for the first time, make sure you subscribe to Canon TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this channel. Otherwise, the Godfather will become looking for you.
Hey.
So you want the Godfather?
He'll make an offer you can't refuse.
There you go. You've been told. And if by chance you've been wondering who or what you've been listening to, people, well, you've been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.